have travel restrictions, we have a limited number of people who are supposed to enter public transport, and we also have too many people who require public transport at, say, around 4 when you're about to get to the curfew time. So because of that situation, a lot more people are looking for alternatives, a way to get home safer without interacting with the people you do not know where their movement. When I go outside nowadays, I see a lot more people on bicycles. I'm very happy when I see people cycling. I've seen my neighbors who never used to cycle are cycling to work.
Biking is particularly critical during the COVID-19 pandemic. So cities around the world have been developing pop-up bike lanes as part of their response. So if you take Bogota, for instance, they built 76 kilometers of bike lanes. Paris is implementing 50 kilometers of bike lanes out of a planned network of 650 kilometers. And the reason they're doing this is because biking can facilitate physical distancing, and it can also ensure that when we come out of the lockdowns and we reopen the economy, we don't have a surge in congestion and toxic air pollution that comes with it. It's actually the way that we can unlock our cities to deal with congestion, cut commuting costs, and ensure that we have cleaner air for everyone to breathe. The main problem in Nairobi is that most of our streets don't have protected bike lanes. And the problem's getting worse because we're designing a lot of our main streets as high-speed highways. And so that's making conditions very unsafe for cyclists as well as pedestrians.
We have a couple of bike lanes here and there spread around Nairobi, but they're not connected.
Some of the bike lanes have got, you can find some manholes which are open. I mean, that's a big risk to a cyclist. Some of them are very bumpy.
Some of them are paved in paver blocks, so they have a very rough surface. So bikers end up going in the carriageway.
Some of the bike lanes have been converted into parking bays. Some have been converted into places of business. Some have been converted into garages.
A lot of the roads that are being built in Nairobi still use highway codes or highway standards to design the roads. Kenya doesn't have any urban road design guidelines or manuals that we use that we can call our own. Most of the urban roads are designed using the highway manuals, which doesn't work because the way a highway operates is very different from the way an urban road operates. An urban road requires footpaths, cycle lanes, bus parking.
The single biggest step that we can take in Nairobi is to develop protected bike lanes on all the major streets in the city. And this is part of designing for all ages and abilities instead of just thinking about cars when we're designing our streets. So we need a network of protected bike lanes, and we need to ensure that it's safe for everyone.
The best thing Nairobi County can do right now is to have better policies that will ensure cyclists are safe, and policies that will ensure the roads that are being developed and the existing roads can include bike lanes. Generally, all our transport laws do not speak in detail about non-motorized transport. The laws that protect the cyclists are still very vague, and we need those laws to be firm so that if something happens to this person, there are channels that can be followed so that the motorists can be held accountable.
Implementing a safe cycle network in Nairobi doesn't have to take time. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. If we have the political will, we can do it today.